Hey guys, Dano91 here. Welcome back to Modded Minecraft. And last episode we did some tinkering with our new power armor, which as you can see has got a little bit of power, but not too much. So today I planned on doing this. Now some of the modules that I can do, things like this, and we can overclock it to make it a little bit quicker at harvesting. So if we go ahead and I believe this should work. Yeah, see how quick that is? So we can overclock it to make it a little bit faster. But for some other things like the ore scanner, which I really want to try out, we need a computer chip. Now if I go into here, there we go, computer chip, there is no recipe at all. Looking on the wiki, I have found the recipe, so what I think I might do, because I don't know if this is supposed to be like this or what, so what I'm going to do is I will get the items that I need, because obviously I have the recipes. So there's two, there's the thermal expansion one and just a normal recipe for it, and I'm going to go ahead and use the thermal expansion one because I did actually build the stuff already to see if it would work. So we need one of each colour, and this right here is the pattern that we need. It's apparently it's supposed to be like that, and as you can see it's not working. So what I will do is I will take these out and I will get rid of these by doing this and going into that, and if we simply put it over there, as you can see it's gone. So we'll do that and then we get one chip. Now I'm only doing this for the sole reason of I cannot physically craft that item. I've tried both recipes, neither of them work. So there may be a couple of items in here that I do that with, because this ore scanner is something that I really want. I also want to try this prototype Omni wrench. Apparently it can interact with almost every mod. Let's see. Yep, as you just saw, I shift right clicked the furnace and it worked. So that's brilliant, and it should work with this. Yep, works with everything. That's awesome. So yeah, we now have this little Omni wrench, which is kind of cool. So the other thing is this. So I'm not sure what this does. I guess I'm going to go and have a look. Where do we know that we have ores? Oh, wait. Search radius, total ore value is 1. Oh, so it's just like, oh, it's a little scanner like that. Okay. So it just scans a little area around you. It's nothing majorly impressive, but I kind of wanted to see what it did. And obviously, these, if you look down where my armor is, you can probably see it swapping. All you got to do is shift and scroll wheel, and you can swap between them. So what else have we got? Diamond drill adds diamond to allow your pickaxe to mine obsidian. That I definitely want to get. We do have a coil and we do have some diamonds, so that is definitely something that we want. Aqua Affinity reduces speed penalty if using it all underwater. We don't really mine underwater that much, so we don't really need to worry about that. I do want another control circuit, however. And can we just do that? Yeah, we can. What was the other thing that we needed? Control circuit and a workbench. I presume that this is just like the others, where you scroll to it, right click, and now we can craft anywhere we want, which is probably going to actually be the most useful thing in this entire glove, to be honest. So then we've got weapons, which I'm not too worried about. The weapons I'm not majorly fussed about using. They're pretty cool, but meh. That one might be kind of useful, just because obviously it increases your melee power. That I kind of want, iron thruster and force field emitters. Let's see if we can make that. I mean, we are kind of running low on some resources. Right, so we definitely need 4 of these. How many ender pearls do we have? We've got enough of those. So I guess we just need to make a bunch of these. And then make those into that. So what, we need 20? I guess 20? 17. We don't have enough, so I need to get some more golden nuggets. Let's just grab a stack. And then we can do that. And that should be enough for the rest of these. Brilliant. And then we want 4 of these things. And boom. There we go. We have 4 of those. And now we need to use 2 of them for this. Is it just that we need? Yeah, we just need 2 more of those. Which is easy. And boop. So let's try out this thing then, shall we? So blink drive, energy consumption is quite a lot, but I want quite a decent range. So we now have it equipped, so I presume that we can just... Yep, we can just click. So it's... this reminds me of something. What? There was something that you could do this with. And it wasn't... It was a modded thing. And I can't remember what it was. But there was definitely something that you could do with that. Do that with. So, yay! Now we have quite a few things. And it does seem to be night time. So let's go ahead and sleep. I believe the rain is causing a little bit of problematic lag. But it should be fine. So we now have pretty much everything we want. We don't, you may have noticed, we don't actually have a battery on this. We don't technically need one. So we can just basically use the power out of our other items. So we can use all of this other power to power this. And I think I might just leave it at that for now. What I do want to do is upgrade our little solar panel network, which this might be a little bit resource intense. So I'm going to... Do we have a thing? I just need to get my bearings on what I've actually got because I can't remember. I also need to remember that yeah, so I want my dolly, which I don't have on me, do I? It's in the chest. God damn. Yeah, so I want my dolly because I want to bring this sand over here for a simple reason. Kind of wish there was a way to go down. Is there? If we do that, that means that we can press that. Yeah. Okay. So. So we can go up, but we can't go back down, and we can't shift to go down. What if I changed the key binding from Z to shift? And then that way, yeah. It seems a little bit easier. And we don't use shift that much. So what I want to do is I want to get the dolly over here because I want to be able to boop, I want to be able to do some stuff with sand. That's going to be a problem. when I shift to go down. That could be a slight problem. So let's move that, and then we can put that in its place, and we can pick that up. Is there anything in here that we want? Coal would probably be quite useful because we're going to need a bit of that. Diamonds, always good to grab. Sandstone, why have we got so much sandstone? One moment. Let's grab that. Because I want to change this. No, sandstone is in it. What the hell? That is the same, right? Apparently so. Oh, is it the marble that's not actually in it? Oh. No, the marble is. Is it just taking that long to get rid of it? I guess it is. Okay, that's fine. I might actually have to take this off shift because I didn't realise how much I actually used it, which is apparently quite a lot. So we now have this, so we can grab a few stacks and shove it in here because we're going to need a little bit of glass, and I want to also chuck some of this in here because we're going to need some pulverized coal. I hope that pulverized coal will work. I'm not sure if it will, but we're about to find out. So what we need to do is grab solar, and we need to make some more solar panels, which relatively easy. So we need coal dust, glass, electronic circuits and generators. So is this a low, I think this is low voltage, right? Or is this just a normal? Nope, that's just a 1 EU per tick solar panel. So we want 7 more of those. Okay. So we need generators, so we need iron furnaces, so we need normal furnaces. So we need 7 of these. Boom. And then we want to make iron furnaces. 7 of those. And then we're going to need some batteries, which we can't make right now, which isn't a problem. So batteries, what do they require? We need insulated tin, we need tin item casing, so that is just hammer, that is things. Okay, simple enough. Tin, there we go. So we're going to need tin, and we are going to need a hammer. Boom. So grab just a stack of tin, and then we're going to need, how many do we need? Like that many? Why not? And then we're going to need our cutters, and we're probably going to need to make some more of those, but that should be okay for now. So let's just grab as much of that as we can. Then we need rubber, which we need to actually cook this rubber up. Do we cook it up like this? I can't remember. Use. Is this even the rubber that we can... Yeah, it is. Smelting. Okay, so if we chuck that in there, that will eventually get cooked up after all the sand's done. Do we not have any other rubber? Nope. Okay. In that case, I want to... Let's just take that out. The rubber should go in. Yeah. I'm just going to shove that in. So while that's cooking up, we can check on this. What else do we need? Other than that, we just need iron plates, which I'm pretty sure I have a decent amount of. Probably not enough, actually. Hammer. Let's grab another stack of those. I'm hoping that that's going to be enough. That's definitely going to be enough, but I don't know if that will. Let's just do that. And then we can do that. And we can... it's 2 redstone, isn't it, in the middle? Like so. And then we have our rubber that we need to combine with this. And that should... Boom. And then we just need 1 more rubber to create the cable that we need. Boom. And then we can get all of that and put that there, put that there, and put that there. We now have our generators. Brilliant. The next thing that we're going to need is copper cable, which we do have a decent amount of. We can make 5. That's unfortunately not going to be enough. We are going to need some more rubber. And we've got 45, but that's not a whole lot. This, however, is a lot more. And how do we make more? Because I know there's the smelting extractor. We don't have one of those, do we? So I'm just going to chuck those in there. And that's going to cook up eventually. And I think, yeah, I'm going to get rid of those. Oops. Well, there's 1 glass wasted. Right. So we need some more insulated copper cables. That's okay. So we've got 7, so we need what, 14 circuits? Okay. That's a lot of copper cable. Copper. So I'm going to need that, and I'm going to want this. And I'm going to want this, and then I want my hammer, and then I don't know how many of these I'm going to make. Probably not too many. Let's see how that goes. And I can't actually remember how to make the cutters. Iron. I don't know what is up with this, but it doesn't seem to want to work all the time. No idea why. So let's just turn all that into those. That's another 35. So that'll technically be another 5, right? Technically, yeah. So let's do that. So we've got 7 so far. And then we're going to need... That's half of what we need, actually. So we also need some redstone. Boom. 7 of those. So that is half of what we need. So we need technically another, what, 40 cables? Which we don't have. So we need cutters again. Oh, we already have them. Okay, so we need copper. You know what? I'm just going to grab a stack of copper out of there. Oh, yeah. We need a hammer as well. I'm not very with it today. Hammer, boop. Just grab a stack of that. Why not? Boom. Stack of that. That should be plenty of everything now. So, boom. Boom. 31. Is that going to be enough? No. Unfortunately not. So we are going to need a little bit more, but that should be everything that we need now, hopefully. So let's do that, let's do that. Grab you out. 7. Brilliant! So we need 7 of those, and then we just need some redstone. Boop. So we now have the 14 of those. Like that. Then we've got that. And then we need the glass. Which way does it go? There, there, and there. And then we need our pulverized coal. Hopefully pulverized works, I'm not sure. I think it does. Yep. So boom, 7. And then we need our LV. No, it's LV dash. There we go. So can we make this? 2 insulated tin, which I believe we've got, wood and a coil. How do we make said coil? That we should be able to make. Iron, boom, and then boom. We don't currently have insulated tin. I thought we did. I will check. No, apparently we don't. So I'm going to just do that. Boom, boom, and then what we can do is we can fly outside, apparently, because our jetpack. We can pick this up. Oh no, actually, I don't know if it works with the solar panels, but you do want to go ahead and pick it up with a wrench, not by destroying it, because some items get completely destroyed in industrial craft. It's not very good. That's why you need the wrench. So, boom! Low voltage solar array. Now, if I was going to make the next one, I would do it off camera because I need 8 of these, which needs like 64 of the other one. But, boom! And it's night time. But that should now produce 8 EU per tick, which is a lot more than what we had previously. So, hopefully, we should be able to maybe power our suit a little bit better, because our suit is actually going down to 2.55, but if you have a look, we could probably power it a little bit quicker. It's still going to take a little while, but you know, thus is life. I think I may end up making the medium one off camera, which means I would have to upgrade this bat box to a MFSU, is it? Let's have a look. No, it's a MFE. Yeah, that's the one I need, an MFE. So I would need that. So that needs energy crystals, which need energium dust, which is diamond dust and redstone. So it's a little bit more complicated, but it's going to hold more power. So I think I will actually upgrade that off camera. So it's going to be a little awkward, but I will do it preferably between this episode and next, but there's a lot to do, so I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, so I want to say thank you for watching, and I shall see you guys next time.